right, thanks for tuning in once again. It's Ishmael Sistrunk from the St. Louis American and STLamerican.com. Here with Palmer Alexander III. Palmer, we're here at the Rams scrimmage, the Fan Fest, the second year that the team is doing this. A lot of excited fans showing up. What were your thoughts from the scrimmage today?
Well, I thought that the team looked great on both sides of the ball. They got a chance to work on the hurry-up offense. Didn't see a lot of balls hit the turf again today. Concentration level was great. This team looks ready, like they're ready to get popping already.
Absolutely. On the offensive end, we know that we've talked about the young running back situation. Who were you most impressed with from the young running backs? Was it Isaiah P? Was it Richardson? Who was it?
Well, Isaiah P, he stood out head and shoulders today. I mean, Zach Stacy had a nice one, and Richardson did some nice things. Cunningham was nice as well. But again, you know, Isaiah P returning some kicks today and running with more confidence, and you can tell that he has put in a lot of hard work to get himself prepared for the upcoming season.
Now, what about on the defensive side of the ball? We saw some 7-on-7 drills, some 11-on-11 drills, red zone. It seemed like during the offense versus defense, sometimes the defense was getting a little better of the offense down in the red zone.
Yeah, and see, the defense is still a key component of this team, and the defense is still the heart and soul of this team until, you know, the offense really does what it's supposed to do. And I think in the red zone, I think when you shrink the field, it's more of an advantage for this Ram defense. They got a great front seven. They got a couple of young guys back there on the back end of the secondary, but with that front seven, I mean, they're about as good as anybody in the league.
Now, Brian Quick, a second-year receiver for the Rams, big body. We saw him get some catches in that red zone. They went over the top as you would expect them to do with a receiver that big and strong. We also saw a couple of drops in the middle of the field. How do you think he's going to turn out? Is that going to be an issue, that consistency, or is he going to be that red zone threat that the Rams need him to be?
Well, I think in due time that he'll be able to get a little bit of that more consistency going. But we're going to find out once the game starts. Their first preseason game is right around the corner, and then they have a game right after that against Green Bay. So Brian Quick is going to get every opportunity to get as many reps as possible. But, you know, once he starts concentrating and holding on to that ball, then they're going to give him more passes. But in the beginning, no, he wasn't getting the ball a lot because the quarterback wasn't trusting him to hang on to it. But it's a concentration thing.
And what about special teams? We saw early on in the scrimmage a lot of kicks being run back for good returns. Is that a matter of, you know, this is practice, you know, we're not really going that hard, we're not really tackling full, or are these return men going to be something special?
I think with so many different guys that can run in different types of ways, Tavon Austin is more of a shifty type runner. Isaiah Pete is more of your north-south runner. Chris Givens more of a straight cut type of runner. So you got three different types of guys. They got three different types of styles of returning kicks. And basically, they want to see is how well do these guys see the hole, and can they be instinctive enough to make the proper play if the hole doesn't open up during kickoff returns.
And one last thing that I have that really stood out to me, you know, DeMarco Farr, former St. Louis Ram D tackle, was here. He did a little bit of kind of hosting, emceeing, letting people know what was going on the field. And one thing he said to me while they were doing, I think, 7-on-7s, the offense was down on this side, the defense was down here, and he said, you know, down on the offense you got a lot of speed. Here on the defense, on this end, you got a lot of power. That describes the Rams very well. On offense, we got a lot of speed going on. On defense, we got a strong team. Is that define the Rams? Is that what they're going to need if they want to be victorious in 2013, 2014?
Absolutely, because, you know, having all that hard speed on the offense and having speed and strength on defense, that means that you have balance. You got the right kind of balance on defense and the right kind of balance on offense. And again, talk about that front four on the defense with William Hayes and Eugene Sims, and then, you know, you got, and those are your guys that you sub in and out. And, you know, Robert Quinn looks extremely fast. I enjoy watching those battles with him and Jake Long. So, you know, watching Roger Safford. Safford had some problems today with William Hayes, who had a strong season last year. So that's great to see the power of that defense, and seeing the speed of the offense, and seeing how those guys go against each other. And then we see how that translates on that football field when the games count.
Absolutely. So once again, exciting things going on with the St. Louis Rams. A lot of fans come out. We didn't get the official numbers yet, but we'll be sure to report those. But the people are here. The people are excited. They're still here now, trying to get autographs, and the Rams are obliging.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's about being fan friendly and being friendly to the people. And again, I talked with Les Snead, before it kicked off, and he was very sincere, and it's that connectability. When your general manager is addressing the crowd and he's speaking from the heart, and when he's talking to you, he's not talking at you. He's not looking around you. He's talking right at you, man, and man, look you right in the eye. And you can't respect that. You can tell that in every single one of these players on this roster.
Okay, and one last thing. I said last thing before. This is really the last thing. Greg Zuerlein, how do you think he'll bounce back in this season? Last year he started off really, really strong, then faded, maybe some fatigue, maybe that rookie wall. He looked pretty good tonight. He did miss a few long ones. How do you think he's going to look this season?
Yeah, listen, the guy missing at 59, kind of mad because you're not supposed to be kicking from that far. But I think with this team and with this offense, he's not going to be kicking a lot of 50-yard field goals because they're going to be able to move the ball, and hopefully that'll help Jeff Fisher kind of, pull the reins back a little bit, because you don't want your guy kicking 58, 59-yard field goals unless you really have to.
All right, well, that's going to end it for us. Like I said, we saw a lot of good things today. Tavon Austin, the receivers in the open field. Brian Quick, Jared Cook. A lot of good things from the offense, but they're still young, they're still growing, so we're still going to have to be patient. This is, after all, just practice. This is a scrimmage. But Palmer, I know you're looking forward to this season. I am as well, and I think the St. Louis Rams fans are. So thanks for tuning in again. Make sure you visit us at www.stlamerican.com and on YouTube/STLAmericanVideo.
Absolutely, man. We're giving you better coverage than you ever had before.